She laughed like she'd won, until the judge spoke. She laughed. Not the warm laugh I once knew, but something sharp and smug. The ink on our divorce paperwork hadn't even dried, and already she was grinning like she'd just claimed a prize. Her manicured nails tapped rhythmically on the dark mahogany table as she slid the final sheet toward the clerk. Crimson lipstick curled at the corners of her mouth, eyes deliberately avoiding mine, like I was invisible, like I hadn't once been her entire world. I simply gave a nod to the judge. No emotion. No anger. Just composure. Because the real blow wasn't in the signing. It was in the reading. The judge adjusted his glasses, cleared his throat, and began to speak. As his voice echoed through the room, everything shifted. Her expression froze, stuck mid-smirk, high heels rooted to the tile like anchors. I didn't blink. We were married for 8 years. I first saw her at a gallery opening. She stood barefoot, sipping wine in a sundress that cost more than a month's rent, yet claimed she just adored art. I should have known. But I fell hard. Back then, her laugh was genuine. Not like the hollow one I heard in that courtroom. We built something together, or at least, I thought we did. While I put in endless nights building my company from the ground up, she said she supported me. Said she understood the sacrifices. In truth, she was playing a long, patient con. The first red flag wasn't dramatic. Just a soft chime from her phone at 2:43 a.m. A man's name I didn't recognize. She brushed it off, said he was a co-worker. Told me I was imagining things. I didn't argue. I observed. Then came the trips to Dubai. Just the girls, of course. Late-night whispers behind kitchen doors when she thought I was sleeping. A sudden switch in perfume. Her phone locked. Her gaze distant. She was already gone. She just hadn't told me yet. The final straw? A hotel charge. 5 stars. Right here in our city. A place we'd never stayed together. I didn't confront her. I calculated. You don't expose a liar with shouting. You trap them with precision. I began repositioning everything. Quietly. Carefully. Money was moved. Assets sold. New holding companies formed. Intellectual property reassigned. My business placed into a trust, one she could never touch. I hired a forensic accountant to sweep the trail clean. Then I brought in a private investigator. Took only 3 weeks. Photos, receipts, video footage, her and that so-called coworker. A muscle-bound con artist running fake crypto seminars out of hotel ballrooms. She had a type, apparently, shallow and shiny. They weren't careful. She thought she was untouchable. And I let her believe it. I let her think I was broken. Weak. A man too in love or too lost to fight back. So when she finally asked for a divorce, I agreed instantly. That rattled her. She was expecting tears. A desperate plea. Instead, I offered her tea. We filed with smiles and silence, but beneath it was a war zone. She assumed she'd walk away with half the house, half the company, half of everything. During the first meeting, she even chuckled with her lawyer. Said she was excited for a new chapter. She showed up to the final court date wearing white, as if it was some kind of celebration. And then the judge read the declaration. She kept smiling for the first few lines. Upon review of financial records and corporate ownership, he read, it is determined that the business is now fully contained within an irrevocable trust, and therefore exempt from division of marital assets. Her eyes blinked fast. Her lips parted slightly. He continued. The residence is under a corporate lease. Vehicles are on company accounts. Remaining liquid assets in the respondent's personal name total $42,000. That was her cut. No estate. No shares. No windfall. Her hands stopped tapping. That smug little laugh. Gone. She tried to speak. Nothing came out. Her lawyer leaned in, whispering urgently. She stared ahead, mute. I didn't look at her. I looked through her. She tried to speak to the judge. Maybe to me. Maybe to whatever God she'd stopped believing in. But I was finished listening. She filed the papers. I delivered the sentence. She cheated, but I ended the performance. She wanted freedom. I gave her just that. Freedom without luxury. Freedom without the cushion. Freedom without me. Outside the courtroom, I stood tall. She stormed past, face ashen, lips pressed into a tight line. Not a trace of that earlier laughter. She didn't look at me, but I watched her, watched every stiff, humiliated step she took. And I felt nothing but clarity. People say revenge tastes best when served cold. That's wrong. The finest revenge. It's calm, legal, precise, signed, sealed, and handed over with a quiet nod. Let her laugh again, in a two-bedroom rental she can barely afford, beside a scam artist who thinks cryptocurrency is a personality. As for me, I'll keep building. Quietly, powerfully, alone. Because real peace after betrayal doesn't come with shouting. It comes in the stillness after the storm. And I've never heard silence sound so sweet.